This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, if I can get a mover and a seconder to open our open session, please. Belinda and Peter.
They resolve that we do return from council at 11:03 p.m.
And those in favor? And that's carried. Okay, so just coming out of closed session, just to give a brief synopsis of our closed session. Just give me 1 second. We discussed several items, job evaluation compensation review report. Council will discuss this further at our August 12th meeting. We also had an update on Municipal Service Corporation, which will also be further discussed at a later meeting. We also discussed an offer to purchase, which Council has decided to sell land. That motion will be floored at the August 12th meeting. And we have further items on our council agenda tonight that we will continue to discuss from our budget meeting. And my apologies, I have flipping back and forth the agendas. Okay, so our first budget and related bylaws is to establish a solid waste landfill reserve. If I can get a mover and a seconder for that, please. Drago. And a seconder, please. Belinda. Okay, moved by Drago Stefanik, second by Belinda Kistemaker. Whereas the corporation, the township of Hornpain, has both a municipal and an environmental responsibility to fund solid waste services, including the cost of closure and post-closure of solid waste landfill sites, as well as for the expansion of existing sites for the establishment of new sites. And whereas the township of Hornpain solid waste landfill closure costs are estimated to begin in approximately 5 years, and whereas the Township of Hornpain wishes to accumulate funds to go towards the expansion of our existing site or establishment of a new site to be determined by an engineering study once the current site reaches capacity. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council, the Corporation, the Township of Hornpain does hereby authorize the Treasurer to establish a solid waste landfill reserve to set aside funds required to support upcoming active and closed solid waste landfill expenses. Oh my goodness. Okay, I put it to a vote. Those in favor? And that's carried. Okay. I'm sorry, Council, I just have to get up for 1 minute. My apologies, Council. My phone is ringing and I don't know why. Okay. Our next resolution is from the budget meeting, and it's the adoption of the Oh, my phone's ringing again. Oh. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. If I could get a mover and a seconder, please. Peter and Belinda. Okay, moved by Peter Kistemaker, second by Belinda Kistemaker. Be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Hornpain does hereby adopt the attached municipal budget as a final budget amounts for 2020. Be it further resolved that this budget reflects an increase of 2% for municipal purposes only for all property tax classes for the 2020 taxation year, and $4,693 will be transferred to the landfill reserve. Any discussion? All in favor? And that's passed and carried. Okay, I need a mover and a seconder for the bylaw to set the tax ratios. Drago. And Peter. Okay, moved by Drago Stefanik, second by Peter Kistemaker. Be it resolved that the bylaw number 1804, being a bylaw to set the tax ratios for the Township of Hornpain for 2020 taxation year, be hereby read a first and second time and be considered read a third time and finally passed. And I'll put it to the vote. Those in favor? And that's passed, carried. And we need a bylaw to establish a point in time cutoff for all property taxes. If I can get a mover and a seconder, please. Peter and Belinda. Okay, moved by Peter Kistemaker, second by Belinda Kistemaker. Be it resolved that bylaw number 1805, being a bylaw to establish a point in time cutoff for all property classes and to fix the rate of taxation for all property classes in the Township of Hornpain for the year 2020, be hereby read a first and second time and be considered read a third time and finally passed. Those in favor? And that is carried. Okay, and now we're at the end of our meeting and we have the confirmatory bylaw. Drago. And a seconder, please. Peter. Okay, moved by Drago Stefanik, second by Peter Kistemaker. Be it resolved that bylaw number 1806, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at their regular council meeting on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, be hereby read a first and a second time and be considered read a third time and finally passed. Those in favor? And that is carried. Okay, 11:11. Ooh. Mover and a seconder, please, to close our meeting. Drago and Peter. Moved by Drago Stefanik, second by Peter Kistemaker. Be it resolved that we do adjourn this regular meeting of council held on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020 at 11:11 p.m. All in favor? And that is carried. Thank you, council.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Bye.